Alright, hello everybody, and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 on the PlayStation 5 Pro. I want to start off by saying thank you to everybody who stopped by for the first stream yesterday. Really glad everybody enjoyed it. I'm glad I could showcase some gameplay, that is actually gameplay, as opposed to just random nonsense. But today, I want to kind of focus on going through a few of the missions in career mode, just to kind of see what it's doing on the PlayStation 5. And yeah, so that's going to be kind of the goal. We'll go into free flight again as well, I'm sure, just to kind of mess around and go from that. Hello, Plane Channel and Davey. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully everybody's having a fantastic Thursday. And if you've gotten into the PlayStation Beta, hopefully you've been having a fantastic time with it. Graham, hello, and Plane Channel, I'm glad you're enjoying the content. I very much enjoy hearing that, and hopefully you will continue to enjoy it. So, first off, let's do a search and rescue mission. Let's do that. We already have a plane, perfect. With our 1 billion credits. I did that overnight, I'm just kidding. When you join the beta, you get a different profile, so. Just so everybody's clear on that. Hello, Achtung! Hello. Your name is Max? If you want to know. Well, happy to have you here, Max. But yeah, search and rescue I love. My favorite mission type in career mode, though, has to be agricultural spraying, which we'll do that as well. Is this Xbox or PS5? This is PS5 Pro gameplay. Hello, Omar. Hello. Welcome. Hopefully you're having a fantastic Thursday. Happy to have you here for another stream. Oh, by the way, what's happening right now is all the planes in the beta are in this one airport, so in case you're wondering, it's not me just not playing. There we go. Just gotta get through the animation first. Alive missions unlocked. Congratulations. Oh, thank you. I worked really hard for that. But in career mode, this is where you can build your own company. It's kind of hard to do that in the beta since everything's unlocked already. But if you don't know career mode, I'll kind of go through a little bit of a tutorial, if you will. Oh, never mind. The game crashed. Doesn't want me to do a tutorial. Okay. By the way, this is a beta, so things may go wrong like that. But anyways, in career mode, it's just a way, I love it, because in 2020, we didn't have that, it was just free flight all the time. And while free flight is fun, it just kind of gets to a point where it's like, okay, well that was an hour, that's gone now. With career mode, you're actually progressing. You start off with a basic Cessna 172 with first flights, flight seeing, and stuff like that. And then as you work your way up, you can go into cargo deliveries. From cargo deliveries in a Cessna 172 to a Grand Caravan. I wish I had my Sky Courier in the beta. It's not here. And then, of course, you can work your way up to what's going to be hopefully releasing with the PlayStation 5 release and Sim Update 4. It's going to be heavy and super heavy cargo, where you can hop into some Airbus A330s, the Airbus Belugas. We'll eventually have some remote cargo operations with the A400. So there's a lot to look forward to in career mode. But regardless, you'll have career stuff, cargo stuff to deliver in career, passenger transport, from private charters to VIP flights to just regular airline flights. So I mean, it's just so cool to have that progression in the sim as opposed to just being free flight. So let's try this again. Hopefully it's not something like the Archer Midnight that constantly crashes us. We'll see. They still haven't put up the PlayStation side of the forum yet. I've been wanting to put my report in for the Archer Midnight. But alright, so what I was going to show you, this is where you'll start. Obviously, when you start off, when the sim officially comes out, none of this will be unlocked. So you'll start off by getting your private pilot's license. So there's a bunch of different tutorials for specific things. You can get your night currency, so you have night missions at that point, multi-engine rating, jet engine, all that type of stuff. And then you can work your way into scoop endorsements for firefighting missions and all those goodies. And then on the right side, you have all the helicopter stuff, which you can go into, passenger transport first. Then you can get your hoist endorsement for search and rescue and water. You can get your hook endorsement for cargo deliveries with a helicopter. And then, of course, you can work your way up into the sky crane. And then eventually, eVTOLs, which should be releasing with Sim Update 4 and the PlayStation 5 release. You'll be able to do that, use the Archer Midnight and the Joby for some missions with that. And then, of course, up here in the top left, you have your jet airliner stuff and your heavy airliner goodie missions, which it's been a long time coming, but it'll be nice when that finally gets here. The other thing is, I want to mention this too, because I even still get questions about it today, but this is where you're going to find out what requirements you need in order to unlock those missions. These are all the mission types here. Got first flight, ferry flight, flight seeing, skydiving, cargo transport light, which again is with the Cessna 172. You got the de Havilland Canada and the Draco X. You have aerial advertising, charter service private, search and rescue missions, medium cargo transport, aerial firefighting, medevac, agricultural aviation, which was one of my favorites, charter service, VIP. I still wish they would change the logo, but anyways, that's besides the point. Airline transport, aerial firefighting, extended attack, which you use the CL-415 for. Cargo transport heavy, which is of course the A330 and all that. And then super heavy, where you can go into the 747, the Dreamlifter, and the Beluga. So when you do go through this, when the sim does officially release, this is where you're wanting to go, because this is where it's going to tell you what you need to do. Obviously, first flight you'll have unlocked once you get your private pilot's license. Then, as you keep going through, you'll see the prerequisites that you need to get to. So you need to get to level 3 and have your commercial pilot license to do ferry flights. And then if we go down a little bit more, aerial advertising, you need to get to level 12, have a commercial pilot's license, and score flight seeing or skydive aviation missions with B or above. So I always like mentioning this because I still get comments about this on how to unlock other missions. So I thought I'd showcase this early on already. We'll go through it again once the sim's fully out. But anyways, let's go ahead and dive into a search and rescue mission on the PS5 Pro. What do you say? I'm not doing it in a plane, I know that. Hang on, let's go to freelancer here. That's the other thing too. You will start off as an employee, and as you make your way through the missions, you'll be able to start your own company. And then that is when you're going to start making money. So if we look at an employee mission, let's just do a search and rescue. You can see 22,000 credits to do this mission as an employee. So you're working for somebody else. Once you're starting your own company, well, look at the price now, 191,000 credits. And of course, once you do get your own company, you buy your own planes, you'll come back here. Hopefully it doesn't crash again like it did. Okay, it didn't. Perfect. You'll come here to your company's list. This is where you're going to see all the mission types and where you're going to buy the planes for those missions. So let's go to manage our search and rescue. We already have an H-125 here. Here's where you'll buy the aircraft. You can buy them used. I don't really do it too often. I did it in the beginning a little bit, but I prefer buying them brand new. Obviously used, they're going to be cheaper, but there are going to be some repairs you'll need to make. So let's say you wanted to buy a brand new one. You can go through the list of everything that's available. Of course, if you buy marketplace items, some of the third-party developers are finally starting to support career mode. So this will be an ever-evolving list of aircraft available for you in this mode. And then, of course, if other things like famous flyers, local legends come out and they support career mode, they'll also be here as well. And keep in mind, if you buy like a $10 plane on the marketplace, you still have to have enough credits in career mode, which you get credits by just playing the mode. You don't pay for credits. You need enough credits to buy it in the mode. So if you want to fly it in free flight, you can right away. Just keep that in mind. And if the marketplace was open, I would show it. It does list how much it'll cost in career mode. So just in case you're wondering about that. So anyways, when you pick what you want, you can pick between two different things. Rescue, just the regular one, is for land stuff. And then if you get the hoist, that'll unlock the water rescues. So we'll just stick with the hoist here. Here's where you pick your insurance. Obviously, the higher the cost of insurance, the more you, or the less you have to pay to repair a crash. or anything like that. I typically always go for the basic one because I do not crash. The only time I crash is if the sim breaks or something, for the most part. So you pick that. After that, you'll go to the world map. You'll see where missions are around the world. So if you're wanting to see something specifically in the US or over in Europe, you can see where you can place your plane. You can place it at any airport. And then once you do that, you'll just go through a little change log. You'll see what you have, what insurance you picked, what airport you picked. After that, you'll buy it and you'll have it in your list. So, and now I'll show the rest of it when we pick our mission here. But just kind of want to showcase some of those things just in case you're wondering what career mode's about, what's included with it, what kind of details you can work on, and all that type of stuff. So that's kind of a quick little rundown of some of the major stuff there. And now we'll get into the maintenance side of it here when we pick this mission here. And then once you do pick a mission, it'll kind of give you a brief rundown of everything going on. You'll see on the top left the difficulty of the mission. I really don't pay much attention to it because they all feel the same anyways, but that's just me. It'll show you the credit. The time frame has always been over the top. It's not going to take us an hour and a half to finish the mission. Don't worry about it. And then of course, if you were doing like a passenger transport flight or anything like that, it would show you the full flight plan and all that goody details there. And then of course, if the aircraft you're wanting to use isn't close to the airport or to the mission area, you can transfer it. You can see on the bottom right, the minimum transfer cost is 950 credits, which is going to take a big hit on our $1 billion credit bank account. So, so we'll accept the mission. And then of course, if you had other aircraft that you're wanting to use, you can select it. And then of course, you can purchase other ones. And thankfully, this helicopter is needing some maintenance, which is perfect because I wanted to showcase that. Now let me catch up with chat. Would be better if I was flying and not at work. No doubt about it, Omar. And hello, Christian. And Davey, I have a problem with the cockpit textures loading on the 737 MAX when switching between internal and external view. We flew it around yesterday. Didn't really see anything too crazy. Keep it frosty. I finished work in an hour and a half, so hopefully get on soon. Base model PS5, so fingers crossed it runs okay on there. Hopefully it does for you, Frosty. Same, I've had the cockpit texture issue. I mean, is it like loading in the textures? Or is it just taking a long time to load in the textures? Because we'll dive into it a little bit later. Hello, Jason. Is it better than the Xbox Series X or same? I mean, it's going to be better because the Pro is newer. I mean, the Xbox Series X is going on 5 years old. The PS5 Pro is still under a year old. And yeah, we'll go into the passive income as well. I'll showcase that. Will it look the same on PS5 Pro as PS5? Probably not, but I've had comments where people said that they're enjoying it on the base PS5, so. And hello, DLW! So what we're going to do here before we start the mission is manage the aircraft, because this is obviously a pretty important part. So if you have hard landings, or just regular wear and tear, you will have to maintain your fleet of planes and helicopters. So what we're going to do is we're going to I want to do an update check. I want to do delegated maintenance. I can't really look. I'll look in the list here. Oh, okay, we can still mess with it. So anyways, this is where your main area is for maintaining your helicopters and planes. You'll click on it, you can see the price of things. Some of them will get pretty expensive, especially once you get up into the airliners. They're going to be pretty hefty to maintain, so I recommend having a good amount of money by the time you get to those airliners. But of course, some of them are cheaper, like the light system, $4 grand. And then of course, when you get into the engine, you're going to be spending a lot more on that. Repainting does not mean what it means. Unfortunately, you still cannot change the livery of aircraft. I don't know why, but that is still not the case. You get whatever you get when you buy the plane. Hopefully one of these days this repaint button will let you actually repaint the livery. This is just fixing wear and tear, because over time the livery on the outside of the aircraft will chip, it'll kind of wear down and everything like that. So that's what repaint is. And then of course you can sell the aircraft and wash it as well, because over time it'll accumulate bugs and all that good stuff, so you can wash those off. But there we go. That's just a quick little rundown. Of course, fuel you can manage here as well. And there we go. Perfect. Ready to save somebody? For me, the PFD aren't loading in when you go from external to internal, but after a few minutes, 10 to 15, it lights... Oh. Yeah, that definitely was not our experience yesterday, because we were in the A321, the A320, the 737, everything was loading just like that. I don't know if that... Are you on a base PS5, or is that Pro? Because that was not our experience whatsoever. Which flight path do you follow, as I've seen it confuse a lot of people to follow the one on the plane's dash, but it usually is different from the one laid out in front of you? Are you talking about the... I don't have the box. Are you talking about the blue boxes in the sky? Because I never have that on. I'm always just looking at the EFB here. So if we pop in here, it'll load in the... It's a pretty short flight here, so it's not a great example. But I'm always following that. Which, I know a long time ago there was issues with it not syncing up correctly with your instrument panel, but it hasn't been a thing lately. So it should be matching pretty much perfectly between the instrument panel and the EFB. But yeah, that's... I just follow what that is. You guys hear the audio, or the, not the audio, but the people, right? Because I have it set, I can switch it back to the... Because I was doing some more flights after the stream yesterday, and I switched back to the controller speaker for ATC. I really love that. But here, for the stream, I'll turn it off because I don't want it, because it's probably echoing or having an echo effect going through my microphone and the gameplay. So hang on, let me just toggle that really quick. And yeah, while we're here, it's under flight interface. If you don't want those blue boxes, it is... Crap, I don't even remember where it is. No, that's that. Is it under assistances? Visual assistance. Yes, it should be here. Yeah. If you want to turn it off, it's under assistances, and then visual assistance, flight path. That's those blue boxes. I just have that stuff all turned off.
Ground, Sierra Papa,
there we go.
Delta Bravo. Request taxi for south departure. Sierra Papa Mike, Delta Bravo. Taxi to helipad number 1 via
key kebab, or kebab, key, whatever, Bob. Cobb. There's no crossplay. PlayStation players are only playing with PlayStation players. And the marketplace, I mean, it'll have the same stuff. It'll all just depend on what the third-party developers do. I'm not sure the extent of how much work it's going to be for developers to bring it to PlayStation. I would imagine it'll be pretty simple. But again, I'm not a developer, so I don't know about that. But the marketplace should have pretty much good uniformity. Maybe not right at the start. It'll be kind of a mix-mash of things as stuff kind of gets rolling. But prices should be about the same and all that. Hi, Tootsie Box. Hello, hello. And Kyle, hello as well. Thanks for joining, everybody. Hopefully you're all having a fantastic Thursday. Again, really glad everybody enjoyed the stream yesterday. I don't know where this helipad's at. Hang on. I don't don't know where it wants us to go here. Oh, I didn't mean to hit that. I was trying to... Never mind. It's fine. We'll just take a penalty. I don't really care. I don't know where it wants us to... Oh, is it over here? So this is the other thing with career mode. It's been close to 11 months now. There's still a lot of fundamental things that are wrong with it. You'll come to learn that pretty quickly as you play through career mode. But hopefully we'll start getting some good improvements going here. I don't know where it wants us to go, so we're just going to go ahead and go. I don't know what it wants from us. We'll just do what we want.
Mike Delta Bravo, you are not clear to take off.
Yeah, that's nice. Have a nice day, thank you.
Mike Delta Bravo.
Search and rescue ring 9. We don't have much time.
Good day.
Hope you'll get on site soon. You can easily freak out when you're lost and do something irrational.
Climb to 6,400 feet.
Your map should display your assigned search area. Check it regularly. No news so far, but the family thanks you for your help. They're really worried. We all hope you'll find her quick.
How do you get in the beta? If you go to the Microsoft Flight Simulator website, there should be a beta sign-up page somewhere if it's still going on. I'm not entirely sure, because space was already limited before they started this beta, so I really don't know. They didn't clarify how long the beta is going to go for or anything like that, so... What are the best settings I recommend for, like, visual stuff? Because I just have everything set to default with whatever the sim had for us. I don't really change it much. On PC, the only thing I worry about is my ray trace shadows and my clouds. You can't really change the clouds or anything like that on the console version, but the clouds already look great. But yeah, other than that, I just turn off all the assistances except for the helicopter stuff and all the visual stuff. And that's about all I change in the sim. This is in the US. This is Southwest US. Hello, Pale Knight. Hello, hello. But in career mode, you can start wherever in the world you want. So if you want to start in Europe or start in Japan, anything like that, you can do it however you wish and kind of progress through the missions however you want. How are they keybinding for PS5 controller? The same as they keybind for the Xbox controller. X is accelerating. Circle is decelerating. Square is parking brake. Up and down on the D-pad are your flaps. Right on the D-pad is your gear. Left stick is controlling the aircraft. Right stick is camera. And all that good stuff. Those are kind of the basics. And then, of course, the triggers are rudder. Trying to keep this smooth while looking at chat. The only time I use the tail rotor... Oh my goodness, FMJ, a member for 2 months. PS5 looks good. Surprised no X console multiplayer. Oh, hang on, sorry. Too busy looking around. Or looking at chat. And Dennis, yes, it'll support PSVR 2 once it gets a free update in 2026. It's not going to be supported right off the bat. But anyways, Gabrielle. The only time I really use it is if I'm trying to make tight turns. But if I'm just doing regular flights like this, I'm just using the left stick, just kind of angling to the right, getting nice smooth turns. But if I need a tighter turn, I put in a little right, especially on agricultural spraying. But for the most part, I'm just using the left stick and angling left and right to complete turns in a helicopter. Is it better than the Xbox Series SX? From what we've been experiencing so far, yes. I mean, obviously with the PS5 Pro, it's going to be different. It's a newer console. My Xbox Series X is turning 5 this year, so I would have been surprised if we weren't getting a better experience out of this one. A nice cowboy text, very nice. Hopefully you're enjoying it on the PC. Ooh, that's a good idea, CJs. There's gonna be plenty, especially depending on the addition of the sim that you get. The H-125 does not have trim, so this is all just me controlling the helicopter 100% of the time with the stick. That has been a major want from everybody since release. But for whatever reason, they made the decision to go trimless on the 125. And it still is, unfortunately. And don't be sorry, if you have questions, I'm more than happy to try to answer them for you. Do not be worried about asking something that might have been asked already or anything like that. That's why we're here. To help anybody out wanting to know anything about Flight Sim. I'm over 1,500 hours in the sim, so I'll probably be able to answer your question. And nice, Todd. Welcome to the stream. Happy to have you. Welcome, welcome. And nice, Mist. Yeah, I mean, if you want to play this, I highly recommend going Ethernet, hardwire. I mean, you can do it wireless, but I'm always playing hardwired.
Should be easy to spot. It's bright orange, can't miss it.
Where are you? Robin, the T-Flight HOTUS 4 is the one that's so far supported for PlayStation from Thrustmaster. And no, Kyle, this is career mode that we're kind of focusing on today. Yesterday we did a lot of free flight. We'll probably do a little bit of free flight here as well. We did this mission a long time ago, and I didn't like it then, and I don't like it now. Because this one's always a pain to find the person. I'm going to purchase a physical copy, but couldn't see the deluxe, so was wondering if I can upgrade in the deluxe store. You should be able... The H-125 still has that weird glitch going on with the blades. But you should be able to upgrade from a physical one to something else. Because the marketplace does have upgrades. It does also have the option to buy specific planes from the other editions. So if there's only one or two that you like from the deluxe or premium deluxe, you can just buy those planes separately instead of buying everything. So that's always pretty handy. And very nice, Tex. Very nice. Oh, hang on. Looking at chat too much. Let's check over here. And Luke, yeah, the performance has been what I was hoping for from it. It's been great. I mean, we did 4 hours yesterday in airliners at handcrafted airports around New York City, these major cities with a lot of photogrammic imagery, and it was performing just very nice. You're gonna go with Premium Deluxe? Nice. Just keep in mind, if you go Premium Deluxe, I mean, there's great planes in there. Just a lot of them are still needing work. I'm hoping we'll get some of those fixes here before the PlayStation release with Sim Update 4. But yeah, it's just... there's quite a few of them. Quite a mess. Also, if you really don't need to, I wouldn't recommend the Aviator Edition. So many of those planes just aren't great. I mean, there's some stuff coming for it, but... because I bought most of them during the 2020 time, and I've never touched them ever since 24 came out, so... Alright, we'll find them eventually here. Over time, if you're not finding them, the zone, which you can see in your EFB, starts shrinking. So it'll eventually make it easier. But hopefully we find them here in the next few minutes. And not get to that point. Hey Binky, hello, hello! Just signed up for the beta, very nice plane. Hopefully you get in. And it's an easy one to get addicted to, Kyle. And Cobb, I really don't know. I don't have a base PS5. I mean, I've been hearing good things from people that are playing on the PS5. The other reason I don't like this mission is because this area has always been not great performance-wise. I don't know why. Because it does it on the PC and Xbox as well. Just something about this area. I should have not picked this airport, or this mission. I should have picked it somewhere else. Because they're not over the water, because that's the one thing I don't like about the search and rescue stuff, is I would love to make it to where if you buy the hoist version, you can use that at any point. But if you get the hoist, you're only doing water rescues. And one of these days, we'll find this person finally. I was kind of hoping they were going to be over here, because I'm kind of running out of areas we haven't flown over just yet.
Ring 9, search and rescue. No need to search that far. The guys from Truckee are already patrolling there.
If we don't find him soon, I'll just switch to another mission. Find a better spot. Because this one's always such a pain. I don't know why I always have such a difficult time with this. Because we've done it a few times. We'll just do one more pass here. Hang on, I'm getting really twitchy here. Do one more little pan around. See if we see any smoke. And we don't. So yeah, I'm just... hang on. We'll pick somewhere else. I should have never picked this place. It's just... I've never had any luck at that mission area. It's ridiculous. Hello, Monorific. Live in the Sandia Mountains, and is a daily thing here. Rescue missions, hard to believe. So many people not prepared. You would think at this point now, with everything else that's out there, that it would be a, you know, there'd be less of that going on. But people just assume, like, oh, nothing will happen. We'll just go. What could go wrong? Alright, let me find somewhere else that isn't there, because that was taking too long. That was taking far too long here. Goodness. I should have just bailed out of it when I realized it was that location. So let's take 2 on this. How much FPS? I don't know. It seems high. I don't know. I don't really pay attention to FPS. I have no idea what it's at. As long as I'm getting smooth gameplay, I'm happy. Happening a lot in Ireland. Idiots taking selfies from cliffs and falling off or climbing mountains in stormy weather. I mean, yeah, it's just... I'll never get it. At all. Yeah, I'm really excited for that too. Oh, we got some... This is the first time I've ever seen weather in a search and rescue mission. It's always been clear and nothing going on, so that's interesting. I'm already glad we switched. Because, yeah, that other mission, I just hate it. Alright, we're going to just skip the taxi really quick. We'll get through this quicker, since we already saw that. And obviously, if you do skip, you're making less money, so keep that in mind.
Thanks for speeding things up. As you know, we have a situation here. Here's a quick recap.
Uh-oh.
We've got a missing person in a mountainous region of Congo.
I think we might have found a,
He decided to try a dangerous climb earlier today
Oh.
and never came back. The team's
I still have a
concerned
door open.
because
Hang
we've
on.
had no radio contact since then. Let's stay in touch. Let's go.
There we go. Oh, God. Guys, appreciate it. Glad you couldn't close any of these doors. I'm glad you're smiling. Glad you think this is funny. I don't know where the door handle is on the... It should be... Is it that? Ah, it is. There we go. Hang on. Alright. Unbelievable.
Whiskey 5 traffic, Sierra Papa Mike, Delta Bravo, is taxiing to runway 25, Tree Whiskey 5.
Yeah, I saw Microprose release their B-17 or whatever. Pretty neat.
Tree Whiskey 5 traffic, Sierra Papa Mike,
Excuse me? Oh, what did I crash into? Oh my goodness gracious. Well, apparently search and rescue is just not going to happen, so I'll just switch to agricultural spraying here, since I'm not having much luck with that. Unbelievable, just smashed into nothing. But as I was saying, PlayStation users, this is the type of stuff you can expect in career mode, where you're just flying around and things like that just happen. Unbelievable. Alright, hang on. Let me buy a 125 for AG spraying here. Can you do a full-length realistic flights on console, for example, airliner flights using kids? What? Sid. Yeah, I was like, what? Yeah, I mean, you can do all that, Luke. You can do all of that. And since it's a real world of one-to-one recreation, it'll take just as long as it would in real life. Alright, so we'll head back to search and rescue a little bit later, but need to take a break from it, because nothing's going right with that at the moment. You must be on the ground to exit the vehicle. I think it's because the doors weren't... I think it was something with the doors. It's another reason why I don't skip much in career mode, because there's just a lot of crap that goes wrong when you skip. Immersion, Tim. You know it. Did you not see the invisible wall? I did not. As a matter of fact, it popped out of nowhere. While we're here as well, when you do get your own company and everything like that, you can also have AI pilots, so it'll create passive income. So anytime you're flying in career mode and all your other planes are operated by AI, they will be making money for you. So, and of course, if you do have that on, you will be running into maintenance that you have to take care of, because that does drain it as well. I'm hoping down the road that'll get a little bit more in depth, because right now it's just toggling it on. You're not picking the pilots. There's not special, like, you know, think ATS or ETS where you pay less, you get a lower qualified trucker. So it'd be nice to have that for planes as well. I mean, there's a lot of aspects in career mode that I'm hoping is going to evolve now that the performance focus is starting to be less of a focus now after 11 months. So, I mean, only time will tell. We'll see. Alright, so let's try this, and hopefully we don't have invisible walls, okay? I'm also not gonna skip. That was such a great one, because I loved how it was all foggy and stuff. But of course, invisible wall said no, you're not going to experience it. And 2C Box, I don't think this is Sim Update 4's beta build. I think it's something else separate from that. I don't know what the frame rate is. I mean, it's smooth, so it doesn't look 30. I'm assuming it's getting to 60. But I'm not sure. I don't really pay much attention to it. As long as it looks smooth, that's all I care about. Alright, let's try this. Alright.
I'll be your ground contact. I'm Kelly, and my call sign's Shams24. I'll help you operate safe and smooth.
Kelly, I don't want to hear you.
Today is no walk in the park. Today we need to spray Madam Star's field with fertilizer. Just make sure you hit the designated area, not the surrounding region. Don't know if you worked in this area before, but Star's crops are located 8 nautical miles away south from here. Need clarification? Feel free to check your map. Otherwise, we're all set.
Let's go ahead and get this set up before we are in the air. Wow, it's gonna have this is gonna be a pain to do this. What kind of grid is that? Oh, we'll make it work.
Uniform 10 traffic, November 20 tree 51 is taxiing to runway 22, Uniform 10.
All right, cross our fingers, everybody. No invisible wall as we had to hold short. move up a little bit. Get in the zone here.
Uniform 10 traffic. November 20 tree 51. Taking off runway 22. Departure to the south. Uniform 10.
Ooh. Still satellite imagery of the runway here, too. I mean, that's going to be another thing you'll run into quite a bit. I mean, since every airport is here, you're going to see some imperfections at some of them. This is a nice area here.
Client satisfaction is what matters most.
Clouds are looking
Starting on
lovely.
time, so this should be a good day. Perfect weather to get some great work done. Wind is maxing out at 6 knots and sky is clear. Lucky you.
Lucky
Did you
me.
catch the weather report this morning?
And I hope I'm heading the
Pay
right way
attention to the wind and
because...
adjust as needed. I'll contact you regularly from the ground to keep you updated.
I'm trying to
on
get
what
this
still
going
needs to be
without...
done. I
Oh.
love that job.
We'll just assume we're doing the right thing here. Nope, glad I looked. Heading the wrong way, let's go to the left. Anti-gravity... I can't even say it. Anti-gravity equipment. Okay, I'll stop judging. I mean, you know, just it's so fancy for me, you know. Watching this in 1440p. Yeah, I started doing that too. So now you can have 1440, which should make it look nice and crispier. But glad it's looking good, Monorific. And you're going for premium as well? I mean, yeah, that's what I'm going to get too. I know the planes are broke, but I want to have them, so when they are fixed, I'll have them. So I'll definitely be grabbing the Premium Deluxe myself. That's what the sim is missing, flying saucers, no doubt. Get some UFOs in there. Does Killzone have, like, aircraft? I wonder if we'll get something from Killzone in here. Because I'm trying to think of other PlayStation IP that could get into Flight Sim. Because obviously on the Xbox side of things, we had the Pelican. We also had the Ornithopter, whatever, the thing from Dune. And then we had the Dark Star from Top Gun, which didn't come over just because of whatever, copyright stuff. I'm going the wrong way because I'm too busy talking again. Let's shift to the left a little bit. And IAC? Or is it LAC? Gigabit per second speeds. Or just gigabit speed. I don't know why I said the second. But anyways. I mean, the Deluxe is the best one because all those planes are fantastic and work great. I like the Premium Deluxe just because there's planes in there that I want to fly and use. Just be prepared to run into some issues with them. I mean, hopefully that'll change between now and December and some fixes will finally get to those planes. But yeah, I mean, I'll still be grabbing it just to have all the planes anyways. Yes, the second one. Because it goes Standard, Deluxe, and then Premium Deluxe, and then Aviator Edition, which just is not worth $200. But again, people, you can choose whatever you want. I mean, if there's stuff that you really want from the Aviator Edition, just be aware that you might not enjoy the flying of some of those aircraft. By the way, I'm sure everybody will be happy to know we're finally heading in the right direction. This is what happens when you're looking at chat and flying a helicopter. You'll go in the wrong direction very quickly. Do the complimentary half peanut cut into the profit, or is it just skipping the flight that penalizes you? It's a mix of both. I mean, the half peanut is costing us about 1/10 of a penny every time. So, I mean, I would highly recommend not doing either of them. Garcia, I do not know what you said to me. I will go into Google Translate. I wish YouTube, can you add Google Translate to chat? You know how fantastic that would be? The planes in the store? I mean, are we talking about the ones if you just buy individually? They're typically around $15 per plane. But if we're just talking about random third-party stuff, it depends on the developer. You can get ripped off by any builds with $80 planes, or you can get good planes for $10. You know, it all just depends. And also, another pro tip, do not buy anything from M Scenery. They are absolutely horrendous. You bought the Deluxe for PS5 Pro. Is it worth buying? Amincha? Oh man, if I'm butchering your names, I'm sorry. But yes, Deluxe is great. My favorite plane in the sim is in that edition, the Albatross. And let me kind of slow things. Hang on, I'm just trying to adjust my position on the controller here. But yeah, Deluxe is a great one. I love all the planes in there. And again, the Albatross is fantastic. I'd show it off on the PlayStation, but we don't have it in the beta. Refill. Oh, there it is. I see it. I mean, flight simming is pretty hefty, especially from the third-party marketplace stuff. But at this point, I just focus on ones that support career mode, and they're not overpriced. So most of my stuff that I showcase on the channel from Marketplace, from airport add-ons to planes, are things that are more budget-friendly stuff, because I personally don't like spending more than $30 on one plane. As a matter of fact, I don't really do it anymore anyways. After the A350 $80, I will never spend that much for one plane ever again. A little down. There we go. Look at this view we got, by the way. And yeah, TOG's helicopter, or TOG's hangar, is great. They make excellent helicopters. We bought the Huey. We bought the OC something. I forgot what it's actually called. I always forget the helicopters. They're great. I love a lot of the stuff that Coronado puts out. Flight FX is another great developer as well. They created the Citation 10.
Ready to kick off work? A field is waiting for you down below.
And look at that, we actually have some crops to fly over. I love that.
Before you spray. No one's around.
We got a building in the field.
Or anything else. Final check. Be precise. Fly low. Below 30 feet is okay. And watch where you're spraying when you're above the sorghum.
Alright, let's get our first field sprayed on the PS5. But yeah, this is my favorite mission set. Just something about it, especially with the helicopters. It'll be even better when the AG truck is included in this, because that thing is so fun to fly. And over the buildings we go! Who builds their house on a farm, or on a field? Not a farm. They're probably not supposed to be there, if I'd have to guess. By the way, let me get my EFB back in here so we can see what's going on with our spray. Hang on, that's gonna be a little bit weird trying to shift it. There we go. Perfect. Because now you can actually see where we've sprayed. You see the green on the right side of that field? That's how we can kind of see where we need to line up, where we need to spray next, and all that good stuff. Isn't it nice seeing some crops? I mean, my goodness. Because the whole time we've been spraying, it's been just empty fields, so... Oof, I was really worried if there was like a huge hitbox on that building or something. Thankfully, we're done with that.
You're keeping a good pace. Almost a quarter of the area is finished.
Hang on. Screen's about to disappear with my chat. Let's fix that. Those mountains in the distance, that's nice. I just love how it's running on this Pro. It's just awesome. A little to the left on that pass, but still pretty good.
You're halfway done. That's efficiency.
Yeah, you bet it is. We gotta do well on our first mission on the PlayStation here. I mean, can't be messing up. And so you can complete it here, but I always like to go for the full field. You'll get the most amount of money out of the mission, of course, if you do that. And the field sizes are just random. You can have much larger fields, more difficult ones with trees lining the edge of the field, all that type of stuff going on. So it's not always going to be as simple as this. And they do FMJ. I mean, it's no doubt about it. Again, it's not surprising. I mean, the Series X is 5 years old now. And of course, the Pro came out last year, so... that was the biggest thing. I was hoping to have that difference going on. And we're certainly getting that. Look at those mountains over there. That's awesome. Nope, you turn a little bit more here. Hang on. Messed up that run. I thought I was doing a perfect turn there, but too busy looking at the mountains. And Soretto, don't be sorry. If you have any questions, be sure to ask them. I'll be more than happy to answer them. If you go to the Microsoft Flight Simulator website, you should still be able to sign up for the beta there. And that's the field done. That was great. Not a bad spray on there either. A little gap there, but that works.
Field completed. Great job. You and your chopper make a great team.
And that is agricultural spraying, which you can do in a helicopter and fixed-wing aircraft. But yeah, I'm very much enjoying my time on this version of the sim. It's great to see, Omar. I mean, it's awesome. I'm hoping my streams are helping out the PlayStation players. And all that good stuff. I mean, I love doing these streams and having people come in asking questions and all that type of stuff. And just showing off the sim. And that is true, FMJ. No doubt about it. It's just nice now because, I mean, obviously all we do is flight sim 99% of the time. So to now have it on a whole nother platform but still be the same game is awesome. I'm trying to hit the... Oh, hang on. Oh, we're still heading the right way. Perfect. And sorry to hear it, Monorific. How do you keep it so steady? Just hours of flying these things. I'm sorry, there's hay bales? What is this? I don't recall ever seeing hay bales before. They got a short draw distance. I don't really care about that, but okay. I don't remember ever flying over hay bales. I wonder if it's a seasonal thing or something, maybe.
Uniform 10 traffic, November 20 tree, 51.
What's the best way to practice in the beta? I mean, honestly, the best way is to head into free flight. And if you want to start really basic, the Cessna 172 is a great one to go with. It's the easiest thing to fly. You know, you can kind of get used to the basic controls with flaps. And just have an easy time flying. I feel like that's always a great starting point. The 225 still broke? Yes. And again, there's apparently the first update to it coming out with Sim Update 4 if it's stable. Hype Performance Group keeps saying, oh, it's Microsoft not publishing it, because apparently whatever they keep sending to Asobo is not a stable build of the helicopter, so it's just... I'll be surprised if it actually releases with Sim Update 4 Oh, this is nice. I love this river going through here. Alright, so let me see if I can hit the... we're coming in from the other way here. No, I just stream at 1440p just to make YouTube happy. It should be 1080p because I don't have anything higher than 1080p on monitors. Because I don't think it would have auto-selected anything higher. Because I didn't go into the display settings or anything, so this is just 1080. I don't have any of those fancy monitors. We are in the... This is Salt Lake City, around there. I think it's north of Salt Lake City, so we're in Utah currently. Alright, let's go ahead and pull this back. Get rid of that airspeed. Get a nice little turn on to final. How to get a code? I need this. You need to go to MicrosoftFlightSimulator.com or just FlightSimulator.com and sign up for the beta there. I mean, yeah, the training's all there and all that, but I never really liked it. I just always liked flying and just kind of learning as we go. But yeah, I mean, there's that, and of course they have the training stuff in career mode that'll go through those basics as well. If you want to learn more about other planes instead of just the 172. I'm glad I could save those crops. That's what I'm here for.
The better you perform, the more clients you'll attract.
Nice. That was a fantastic first AG spraying mission. And now I can get to Garcia's comment. Let me see here. Oh, wherever it may be. It's always awesome when the chat's popping off like this. I love it. So happy to have everybody here. Hopefully you're all having a fantastic Thursday. And if you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer it for you, or at least try to. And our first career mission is complete. Ooh, look at that, a perfect score. That's what I'm talking about. Look at that, the whole bar filled. Nice. And Garcia also has a key in beta. That's what he was saying. Nice. Hopefully you enjoy it. Oh, I never posted my post. There we go. Let's post that. All right. Is there any heat issues with console? No. I'm very happy with that score we got. Oh, man. But here, we'll do a quick little touch and go with a Cessna 172. I'll kind of go through the basic controls that you want to know. Hang on, let's pop in the 172 here. Give it a different livery here. I don't want the cargo one. Go for that one. That one looks nice. I mean, so many cool liveries that we've never even seen in career mode because you can't change the liveries. Oh, this is all cargo. I don't want that. Just give me the regular G1000, please. Let's see what this one is like. Fly tour. I love it. All right, so let us go to... I want to go to that one place. I always forget where it's at. Is it here? I know it's a small island. No. Is it over here? Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. This is a perfect place to do a touch and go. We'll see how it is over here. And I will go to the restroom really quick. I'll be right back. Alright, I have returned. They still never fixed the textures here. They changed it for some reason and they never brought back better ones. I don't know why they did that. It's weird. But anyways, welcome to the 172. Which you can see right here. Lovely palm trees going on around here. Oh, hang on. Let's get rid of the chocks here. But yeah, I don't know why they made that change. I think Sim Update 2 or 3, and they never came back to do it. Because I remember I was complaining about that when we did a community flight here. Weird. Don't know why they used that ugly tech. It would probably look better with just whatever satellite imagery was actually there and not what they ended up using on that. Ugly. So anyways, the key things you want to know, startup. If you want to do a quick startup, you can do R1 and down on the D-pad, which will just get everything booted up for you right off the bat. Don't have to worry about fighting with the checklist if you don't want to. But if you want to do cold and dark starts, you can do that with any aircraft as well. And then R1 and down on the D-pad, hold it. It'll do a quick shutdown of the aircraft as well. But let me... By the way, why does this sound so quiet? Hopefully you're hearing it better, because for me it sounds really quiet in interior views. But if you want to do cold and dark starts, if you open up the EFB, which, by the way, if you want this toolbar, it's R1 and left stick. You just click both at the same time. I always hold R1 and then left click. That'll open that up. We'll bring up this EFB. We'll head down to our aircraft panel and go to checklists. Here you can go, do all your pre-flight checks and all that. We're not going to worry about it. We're going to go down to before start engine. Everything's already off. Fuel selector is... By the way, let me go ahead and shrink. Oh, it's fine. I'll worry about it later. We are set to both on the fuel. Perfect. Starting engine with battery. Open the throttle. About a quarter of the way. Idle cutoff. Standby battery switch. And then, of course, if you don't know where stuff is, you can hit this little eyeball here, and it'll highlight it in the cockpit. So we're going to go ahead and arm that. Not really too worried about it. We'll keep going here. Master switch and battery. Beacon on. Oh, wrong one. There we go. And if engine is cold, auxiliary fuel pump switch. Which I forgot where that's at. It's probably down here. Oh, no, there it is. Make sure idle cutoff, auxiliary, blah, 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 blah. Turn that back off. Engine ignition to on. It's just weird. Oh, you know what? It might have been because of the settings I put. Hang on. Because I did stereo. Just default. There we go. This should make it louder now. By the way, I didn't cut off the mixture. I totally put it on to 100%. Good job, me. Let's try that again. You better start on up. Oh. Hang on. Hold up. We got this. It's gonna be fine. It still sounds quiet in here. I don't know why. It's weird. But we'll get used to it here. We'll deal with it. Oh, we also don't have this stuff on either. I don't know why. I guess we would do that after the engine, but that's fine. Why? Hang on. Hold up. I think doing the quick start might have toggled some stuff, because this is not this difficult to get the 172 started. I'm going to go ahead and ignore the checklist here as well. Fuel pump. Up a little bit. Get the throttle going up. How am I not able to start the 172? What is going on here? What is happening here? I do not understand. Oh, well, it would help if I'm on the both here. I mean, it wouldn't matter anyways, but goodness gracious. This is unbelievable. I normally don't have these issues going on here. There we go. Goodness gracious. Anyways, you can do cold and dark or quick start. As I was trying to say. So again, the other main controls you're wanting to know with the controller is up and down on the D-pad are your flaps. So you can see our flaps are going down with down. And then back up on the up D-pad to get that going. The left stick is, of course, all your controls. Left and right trigger are your rudders. X is throttle up. Circle is throttle down. R1 and square is your parking brake. And then just holding square is your regular brake. So if we accelerate and hold square, you'll see we start to slow down. R1 and square is the set parking brake, so we won't move, don't have to hold anything. And there we go. That's a quick, just a little quick rundown of the basic controls you want to know. And then, of course, if you had reverse, so if you were in a turboprop aircraft or an airliner, you would hold R1 and circle to go past the detent to get into reverse, and then you do the opposite, R1 and X, to get out of reverse, and so forth. Again, a lot of it can be kind of daunting right off the bat, but after a while you'll kind of just get used to it and it'll become second nature. So let's go ahead and get to the runway here. But yeah, they need a Sobo. Can you come back here and get rid of this ugly terrain that you switched to? That would be much appreciated. And also fix the bumps on the taxiway, because I think we're about to run into some right about now. Alright, so now that we're on the runway, we're going to go ahead and get a notch of flaps in here. So down on the D-pad again. I'm going to hold the brakes while we accelerate. That way the engine's going to be full power. Since it's a bit of a shorter runway, we should be fine. It's a Cessna. Won't take too long. Release the brakes. And you will have to use your rudders when going down the runway. Don't worry, your controller isn't broke if it's starting to steer one way or the other. It's natural. It's going to happen. You'll have to keep it centered using the rudder. I'm going to let it get some more airspeed here before I pull back. Gonna pull back a little too early there. And we'll just go for a nice graceful climb. And for now we'll level out. Bring our airspeed up. We'll bring our flaps up by hitting up on the D-pad again. As we fly by the cruise ship. We're also going to go pulling the power back a little bit so we're not redlining the engine. Which, of course, if you want to see where that's at, it is on the right screen. Let me see if I can get over here. The top one right there, if I pull back on the... Oh, hang on. Let's make sure we're not going to crash in the water. You'll see as we pull back on that power, the RPM goes down. Because where we were at, if we go full power... Well, surprisingly, it's not even in the red, but you still don't want to be full power the whole time. You'll be running through your fuel a lot faster. It's just not very efficient. So we'll bring that back just to the bottom of the green bar. That'll be plenty. We also got very close to the water, but hopefully nobody noticed that. See, everything else texture-wise on this area is so much nicer. I don't know why they did that to the airport side. There's just some airports that Gaia Simulations did that aren't very impressive. I'm kind of hoping they'll kind of circle back and work on some of them. But alright, let me catch back up on chat here. And FMJ, I love that. The most important thing is to have fun and enjoy the game. Don't take it too serious like some simmers, no doubt about it. It's just such an enjoyable experience to just pick a random place in the world, fly around, and just have a blast. So I agree. Let's see here. Okay, I think I'm back to... Okay, perfect. It's a super addictive sim. There's so much to learn, and if you're aviation enthusiast, that's great, no doubt. And I mean, even if even if you aren't, the career mode is just such a great way to get into flight simulation and everything like that. Because like I was talking about, it's just... By the way, hang on, let me get this into Autopilot. In case you wanted to know how to get Autopilot working in the G1000, this is how you do it. So let's go ahead and, well here, first of all, I'm gonna pause this so I can get up close to this. Alright, so your Autopilot is this entire bar here. This is where you can get into heading mode, Autopilot, altitude hold mode, flight director, nav mode, and all that kind of stuff. So let's say we wanted to have a flight plan to that airport. We'll start off with that. Let us go to... I don't even remember how to do this again. It's been a little bit. And I'm also trying... Here, hang on. Before we do anything else, let's set our altitude. We're at almost 1,000 feet. We'll get up to it. The big wheel is per 1,000. The smaller wheel is per 100. So let's get Autopilot there. We're going to hit the heading knob, hit X again. It'll sync to where we're currently looking. And then we'll engage heading mode. Perfect. So the plane is now flying on its own. You can see it's activated because we have HDG, which is heading. Autopilot's engaged. So it's going to go to 1,000 feet, and it'll keep this heading. So now let's set up a direct flight plan really quick to Tango Foxtrot Foxtrot Juliet. So we're going to type that in here. It's a little sensitive. Little wheel is to change characters. The big wheel is to move the icon that you're seeing blinking right. If I can get closer to... I don't know why this always... I can't get any closer. But anyway, you see the flashing blue in the Direct to menu there. So let's get a couple Foxtrots and Juliet in here. Oh, that's nice. I'm on the wrong thing now. Changing volume. But yeah, they need to tone down the sensitivity. It's because I'm barely moving the stick and it's going crazy. Juliet. Oh, there it is. Alright, so we have the airport we want to go directly to. We'll just hit enter and then activate again. And now you can see we have our visualizer going on. So let's go ahead and get out of heading mode and hit nav mode. And you'll notice the plane is starting to turn because you can see our flight path right here. And now the plane is heading directly to that airport we just typed in of Tango Foxtrot Foxtrot Juliet. And now let me catch back up with chat because I've completely fallen behind. Hello, Adam. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully you're having a fantastic Thursday. And Nate is also here. Fantastic. So I'm going to do the world tour. By the time I return to Amsterdam Airport, I will be fully half-competent pilot. Nice, CJs. Very nice. I'm not really sure what... I mean, it's just... Because there's been other stuff that's come to PlayStation, like Helldivers, that came to Xbox, and you can play with PlayStation people. So yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure. Did anyone have a problem with the voucher code just like me? I can't redeem it. I did not have any of that. Queen of Persia. I'm sorry you're having that. If anything, just contact support. Can you do a basic lime... Oh. What? Just, I mean, honestly, I don't really have too much to say, because I just have the 3 assistances on for helicopters, and that's about it. And I just use a controller. Even on the Xbox and PC, I'm always using the Xbox controller for flying. It's just a lot easier to me. Hello again, Nolan. Welcome, welcome. And yes, we are on the Pro again, no doubt. I mean, yeah, I just wanted to showcase the cold and dark stuff, but yeah, most of the time I just do the quick starts. Like, I don't feel like dealing with this. It feels much better than on Xbox SU4, Greg. I mean, I've been having a blast with it. Hey, JT. And they will, DLW, no doubt. Is it good? It is, Lincoln. Oh, my goodness. Oh, what in the world? Binky, 5 gifted memberships. Adam, you finally got a membership. Holy crap. It's happened. Oh, man. And Carol, Rez, Eric, Brian, and that's awesome. Thank you so much, Binky, for 5 gifted memberships. I can't believe the day has finally arrived that Adam got a membership. Holy crap. And then FMJ with another £9.99. Let's celebrate Adam's membership finally. Thank you so much, FMJ. What a day. Thank you, thank you. Oh, I just realized the chat skipped everything. What in the world? Can you test out the 6-axis controls? I don't know what even that means. How long will the beta last? No idea. They haven't said. And Amarelli, hopefully I pronounced that right. Hello to you. But yeah, saw the B-17 release. I'm not going to do anything with it. But if you guys get it, hopefully you enjoy it. And again, just got back to the memberships. Thank you so much, Binky. Congratulations to Adam after all the lotteries. Finally got it. Hell yes, boys. Binky did it. Oh, man, that's funny. Alright, I think I'm close to the end. I'm finally caught up. And no, we're not doing a full flight. I'm actually going to turn around here. Nope, I don't do full flights on stream because that's just boring. Full flights are pre-recorded videos. Oh, by the way, let me go back into heading mode here. But yeah, full flights, I don't know why people do that as content. It's boring. So we do not do that here. Hey Kyle, how's it going? Cow and chat just finished catching up from yesterday's video. Crazy that this is on PS5 now, no doubt. But welcome, hopefully you're having a great Thursday. Mitch, loading language stuck on 0. Should I restart or does it take a minute? I would probably restart if you've been there for a while, because it shouldn't take that long. Missed the landing? I didn't miss anything. I was just catching up with chat. But alright, there we go. We're caught up now. Can't believe I missed all that. That was crazy, but again, thank you so much. And yes, I'm duo. I do. And nice, Simon. I mean, yeah, I've been having an absolute blast with... We're probably up to 6 hours now on the PS5 Pro version of the sim. Alright, let's get autopilot off here. Yeah, if I can get the cursor, there we go. We're gonna do the fun landing here. Oh, good, Bing. I mean, see, that's the other thing too. I'm just done installing stuff from the websites. It's just such a pain. But hopefully you can get it downloaded. Yeah, they made some odd, like, I don't know why they did the roads either. Just leave it satellite imagery. Just, they made some odd changes to this island. Because they did it everywhere. Oh. Guy, you need to come back to this airport. You made some changes that were not needed, because the island looked great before. I don't know why they changed it in one of the sim updates earlier this year. They ruined it. I put a ticket in. Well, hopefully they'll get back to you pretty soon. How do you play? You need to go to flightsimulator.com and sign up for the beta there. 500. Start your career over. Oh my. That's some hardcore mode right there, Synth. Realistic means you can never play the game again. I mean, that's supreme hardcore mode right there. Crash the plane once, it's just uninstalled, it can never play it again. That would be crazy. The rock is still broken. Yeah, they need to come by. That's crazy. Alright, pull that power on back. This is always a fun one because you go right above the hill and then you dive it into the runway. You don't really have to do it with a 172, but in real life, the twin otters that are flying around here and all that, it's crazy. If you've never watched the videos in real life, highly recommend it. And graze the hill, dive it on in. We're full idle. Get it on the ground as soon as possible. Oh, we bounced it. Had a little too much speed there. It's alright, at least we're not going in the ocean, so that's all that matters. And hey, you know what? Doing this on a controller, so I'm still happy with it. And there we go. By the way, if you wanted to see the dirt effects, it's funny, the controller makes some different rudder, or like the trigger noises when you're on different terrain. And there we go. A little picnic on the beach with our 172. All right. You're going to Japan again next year? Nice, CJ's. Very nice. And nice, Mitch. Glad you got it to load on in. Speaking of Tokyo, I almost said Toyota. because I'm assuming, I mean, we'll find out. I don't know if the world updates are in this build or not. I would assume they are. Oh, no, not world photographer mode. Hang on. Oh. And Megman, yeah, no doubt. I mean, that's why I don't do those long flights on the streams. Because, like, who wants to watch an airliner at 40,000 feet for 3 hours? It's like, what's the point? You know what? You know what? Let's do something in the water. We haven't seen that yet. How it's like here. And again, don't mind the world map loading weird. It's always been that way. It's like that on PC. The world map needs just an overhaul anyways. But yeah, let's see if the world update is in here yet. No, I don't want to be airborne. Man, I just wish we had my Albatross in here. It's the best plane. Ooh, look at that water. Aw. Hang on, we'll change it. Because we may as well take a close look at it, because we haven't messed with the water at all. Oops, that is not what I meant. Oh, shoot. How do I get rid of that now? There we go. Nice. Poor plane. We'll go for a little bit more relaxed here. Nope, water's looking excellent. Let me get a smoother camera here. It's going too fast. Nice reflections going on as well. No, that's awesome. This one, not my favorite plane. It probably won't have a very cool... Because that's why I was really hoping to see the Albatross in here. Can I squeeze on out? Oh. Just walk on water. It's fine. Uh-oh. Oh. I was like, oh, it doesn't like me walking on water here. Oh, does that not actually come off? What in the world? I guess that was the only thing I needed to take off. Okay. Now, obviously, you wouldn't be taking off in such wavy conditions, but we'll no. I'll turn it down a little bit so we can actually see the spray, or else this is gonna be a very short flight. We'll go for 2-knot winds here. A little movement in the water. Oh, they've updated the spray. That I still don't know why those are there. I'm probably supposed to remove it, but that's fine. No, the spray looks better on the de Havilland. That's nice to see. Still should last a little bit longer, though. But yeah, once the sim comes out and you fly the Albatross from the Deluxe Edition, that's what I want all the planes to act like in the water. It's just so well done. There's Mount Fuji over there off the nose. But yeah, let's take a quick gander and see if the Tokyo World, or the Japan World update is here yet. I'd be surprised if it isn't. How do you put the cursor out? You hold R1, and then you left click. You can see the buttons down there. That's how you get rid of it as well. But yep, R1 and L3, the left analog stick. And then that's how you get that toolbar open. I'm glad there's no animals in the water. I wouldn't. Could you? I mean, it would be funny if they made it like a random chance of it just randomly happening. I don't know why I said random twice there, but we did. But just of a shark going by or bumping into your plane on the water. If that would happen, I would never spawn on the water again. It's like, you know what? I'm good. Isn't it DLW? I really hope they make a change or something down the road to make it crossplay. Because it's not like it isn't possible. We're gonna need a bigger plane. Oh, on the side of Mount Fuji, right? So they're probably like hiking cabins and whatnot. Which makes sense. Oh, that's pretty sweet, Adam. So I can already tell this is not the updated, so this is not the World Update version yet. It's all the old imagery you can tell already from the harbor. Interesting, I wonder why that's not here. Okay, well, that solves that then. We don't need to fly around here then. We'll do a landing. Because Japan World Update was probably my favorite one. Everything was updated. Tons of miles of photogrammic imagery. It looks awesome. So we'll come back here when we have World Update 20 in here. Because as of right now, we do not have it. That's why it's all old imagery. Man, it looks so sad. It's amazing how much that world... Because that was the first World Update that really felt like it changed a ton and improved a bunch. Especially now seeing what it was before that came out. So yep, we'll revisit you soon, Tokyo. came in a little faster, wasn't it? It's alright. We got there. Nice, but at least we got to take a look at the water as well, which looks awesome. It will not be available when the game launches. They've already said that. It is not just a beta limitation. It will not have crossplay. I want to fly my Beluga finally, god dang it. I've been wanting to fly it the whole time. I kept forgetting about it. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see how Vegas does. We haven't been there yet. Come on. But yeah, I mean, I've never liked this world map. It's just, it's not good. Needless to say, it's been terrible since launch. The only graphics settings is just changing the quantity of like air traffic in the world, stuff moving around, and fauna and stuff like that, but there's nothing drastic or anything. There's no performance or quality mode or anything like that. Hello, Beluga! How are you? Finally flying you on the PlayStation. I'm sorry it took so long. I meant to do it yesterday, but completely forgot about it. Love how fast it loaded in. Performance is kicked in, ready to go immediately. Love that. Yes, Omar, no doubt. But here, I'll just show that this is the graphic settings right here. Again, just character quantity, variety, quality, airport services quantity, variety, quantity, and parked aircraft, aircraft traffic, and fauna density. I have air traffic set to low because they don't add anything because they're still a mess and do whatever they want to do and do donuts on the ground and fly into the terminal and all that fun stuff. Oh, there's the sphere. Look at him. Look at him. Shadows are very low quality for some reason on the Beluga. Don't know why. That's alright. Let's get rolling. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Hang on. I don't know what any of this crap means anyways. And Thomas, yeah, definitely looking forward to the VR stuff too. Oh, hang on. Going too fast here. Calm it on down, Beluga. And then when we land this thing again, I want to showcase something pretty sweet with this thing. But yeah, any builds, you need to come back through here and work on your shadow on this thing. This, oh, remember yesterday when I was like, you need to go through here and change the setting? This is the setting I'm talking about. This rudder control tiller wants to be set to yes, or else you will not be turning the wheel like we just were not doing. Now we'll have full control over the wheel. There we go, much better. Thank you. Because when you buy an any builds plane, they seem to only expect you to have all the fancy stuff for their planes, which I don't have the fancy stuff. The LOD's not right either, because you don't see the wheel turning from this distance. And I can't zoom in to get to the LOD. But this is why I will never spend $80 on an AnyBuilds plane. Because even the base AnyBuilds planes are still not perfect. No weather? It's probably live weather. I mean, it's the desert. Shouldn't be too much going on in the morning right now. Oh, no, it isn't live weather. There we go. We have a couple clouds. Oh, well, now we have more clouds. There we go. Maximum payload around 47 tons, 47,000 kilograms, for the original Beluga, or 51 tons for the Beluga XL. A small pack of peanuts, like an airline snack pack, weighs about 30 grams. 1.7 or 1.57 billion peanut packs. Nice. That would be amazing. Well, I just want to, you know, it's PlayStation players. I want to make sure they know not to waste $80 on the plane. You know. Especially for these reasons. I mean, it's crazy to me. AnyBuilds asks premium prices and they don't give premium products. Because all the other shadows that we've flown on with planes look great, so it's definitely a plane model issue. Again, it could just be a beta thing. Got to keep that in mind as well. But yeah, the LOD distance needs to be improved with the landing gear, because it's weird seeing the nose gear not turn from this distance. That's alright. Do I still have fixed nope, don't have fixed cameras on this. Alright. Alright, let's go. It's going to complain about the flaps. I don't care about that. Oh, I actually had the right set of flaps set. Nice. That's amazing. That hardly ever happens. Throttle back a little bit. But yeah, you can definitely tell it's a plane issue because the shadows just aren't doing what they're supposed to. This part of Las Vegas is so boring. Like, look at all these just basic warehouses. It's crazy. But Las Vegas looking pretty sweet with the photogrammic imagery. Can't wait to fly over my house in game. Nice. And right, Adam, I agree. Would it be worth switching from the Xbox X to PS5 Pro or waiting for a new Xbox in a year or two? I mean, it's really just all up to you. I mean, if you want the upgraded experience now, I mean, I think it's a great upgrade. I'm happy with my purchase. I've only had the Pro for about 4 or 5 days now. And I've been loving it, especially with Flight Sim. I need to see that face in real life. Just love how this is performing with an airliner. I mean, that was the biggest plague on console, was airliners and bigger cities and everything like that. And this thing's just like, oh, you want to handle all that? Sure. You can fly and do takeoffs, taxi around. You can do all that stuff over at Homey Field. I'm still just, I mean, as an Xbox player for 19 years now, I'm so confused with their entire strategy at this point. Especially the $30 Game Pass Ultimate, and just, it's like, no thanks. That was kind of one of the main reasons that made me like, you know what, I'm gonna dive into, because originally I wasn't sure if I was gonna dive into the PlayStation or not, but I'm glad I did. We'll land at Nellis over here. Or, you know what? I mean, Homey Field's not that far away. It's not going to take too long. Kilo X-Ray Tango Alpha. It should be KLAS, right? Yeah. I don't have any cursor now. Oh. I still need to work on, I mean, this has always been a pain with a gamepad. There we go. It finally decided to do what I wanted it to. Perfect. Let's go for the world's skinniest scroll bar. And Kilo X-Ray Tango Alpha. And let's go ahead and send that to I'll just send it to avionics. We'll go land there right now. I honestly don't even know how to set nav mode on Airbuses. We'll just go the route here. Which we're somewhat heading there. Perfect. Toga, please. But yeah, if any builds can just resolve the shadow issues, this is going to be perfect. I still love flying this thing anyways. I still see the sphere. The face is still over there. But yeah, we'll go do a secret delivery over to Area 51. I'll be surprised. I mean, Xbox, I mean, that's what's so annoying. I loved the Kinect. I thought the Kinect was really cool. It was nice seeing Microsoft actually go, you know, out of the box and do some stuff that's innovative with it. The Series X brought none of that. I mean, it's been 5 years with the Series X. It's not my favorite Xbox generation. And then the other side of it is, they're just putting everything on other platforms, so it's just like, why invest more money into this brand when I can go to something else, have an even bigger catalog of games while also still playing Microsoft games on a non-Microsoft console. You know, it's just, the whole thing has just been really confusing to me. And then they're like, let's raise Game Pass Ultimate $10 and add a bunch of random things nobody will use. And yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's been really disappointing. But again, don't worry, we're still going to be covering the Xbox side of the sim as well as PC. I'm just going to switch to the lowest one, because I wish they would just bring back Xbox Live. I don't need Game Pass. I just want to have online capabilities for the cheapest possible price. I don't need the extra crap. Alright, plane, you got this? I'm gonna switch to showcase camera a little bit. Oh. Why do the shadows look good now? What happened? I love it. Just don't stall on me, Beluga. Just want to do some sweet shots here. I wonder if it's adaptive shadows, but it seemed really aggressive anyways. Shouldn't really be doing that. Because now the shadows are what they should be. And Mark, this is everything on PlayStation. I don't have a flight stick for it, so everything on PlayStation that I've streamed is with the DualSense controller. Oh, look at that. So in showcase camera, it's great. Okay. So just a random bug with that. Because now you can see what the shadows are supposed to look like. They're not doing that weirdness in this camera angle. Look at that. Doesn't that look beautiful? So yeah, that's what the shadows should be looking like, which I believe are ray traced. They look nice and crisp. So yep, just a random little bug again. This is beta, so we're gonna be expecting some things like that to be going on. At least we can see what it's supposed to look like. Yep, the good old Janets. And thank you, Todd. It's nice. It's been great so far. Really looking forward to it. Continuing flying on this system. It's been a blast so far. Because, yeah, I mean, again, we already know that crossplay can happen. I mean, we see it with Call of Duty, we see it with Helldivers, and all that type of stuff, so it's weird. Again, hopefully it's still something that can come in the future. Because now, I'm trying to think where I might buy everything on the PlayStation marketplace-wise. We'll see. I don't know yet. I've been trying to think of what I want to do with that, but anyways. Let's see how we're doing on our flight to Area 51. We're almost there. Excellent. But see, these are the types of flights I like doing. Just short, like 30 to an hour long. An hour max for flights. Anything longer than that just is boring for me and would be boring for viewers, so I don't do that here. Especially when we're doing test streams, I'm always kind of diving between a bunch of different things. And if there's anything specific you guys want to see, I'd be more than happy to go to those places. But yes, I highly recommend not doing this flight in real life. And more fire. I mean, that's the other thing. That's what's so confusing about the whole Xbox strategy is, if I only had a PC or a PlayStation, and I wanted to play something that Xbox had, everything's just coming to the platforms I would have already owned, so why buy an Xbox? It's the weirdest thing, and I wish I could be in those meetings and really figure out why they're doing this. I still feel like they want to drop out of the hardware side and just go publisher. And I know they still say, oh, we're still working on the next-gen Xbox. At this point, I'm not interested. I'll stick with the Series X until the thing dies on me, and that's that. Because if it's something that... Because the other thing I don't like about the Xbox strategy is everything's so focused on the stupid cloud. I don't want to play games on the cloud. I don't. I've never had an enjoyable experience with it. If I played it on Stadia, if I played it on NVIDIA GeForce Now, Xbox Cloud, it isn't the same. I want to play stuff like we've always been playing it, directly from a hardware, and that's that. You know, it's just... And if that's going to be their main focus is cloud gaming on the next console, then I have even less interest in it. It'll work on the PlayStation, the base PlayStation as well. I don't have that personally, so I can't really test that out. I've had some comments from yesterday's stream saying that people are on the base PS5 and they're having a great time with it as well. So that's just based off of that, so... Yep, I did as well, FMJ. I'm not paying $30 a month for it. I don't need stupid Fortnite crew because I don't play Fortnite. I don't need Ubisoft Classic games or whatever that thing is because I don't play any of those. It's like, great, you're adding stuff that nobody's asking for and then raising the price because of it. It's like, thanks, appreciate it. I'm glad I've supported you for 19 years and then this is what I get out of it. Appreciate that. I mean, to only spend $80 a year for just basic online stuff for PlayStation is really nice to see. I'm not spending $360 a year for Ultimate. Because at first I thought people were joking because I randomly saw it when I was scrolling through. I was like, that can't be true. And sure enough it is. Like, oh, $10 increase, okay. And then they post the videos like, oh, look at all these fantastic new additions that you'll never use. Thanks, Microsoft. It's just unbelievable. Just so frustrating. You have a base PS5, where do we go for the beta to begin? You need to go to flightsimulator.com, and then from there, there should be something to sign up for the beta, or a chance to get in there. And yeah, that's why I was, when they said that in the developer stream yesterday, I was really disappointed, because it was so exciting. It's like, great, there's going to be more people flying in the sky. We can do community flights with PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. But no. We're not getting that. Because the way the FAQ was written, it sounded like a Microsoft account was not needed. It was just going to be an optional thing to make that happen. But, yeah, I don't know. Do not know. Paying for aging boxers to fight Jake Paul. Goodness gracious. Yep, exactly, Adam. And Omar, yeah, I mean, that's another big thing I want from Career, is multiplayer being just incorporated with it. Because like you said, you know, doing a medevac mission and then seeing somebody doing a search and rescue down there in the mountains you're flying over, or somebody doing cargo delivery, that type of aspect is definitely what I'm hoping we'll get out of Career mode. Really, really hoping that's the case. And there it is, folks, right off our left. You can always tell you're there when you see that big sand pit. By the way, if you need a drink or anything like that. Does this one have it? Ah, yeah, there it is. If you guys need a coffee or anything, it's right there. But be sure to drain drawer, or the drain drawer must be slowed. I'm assuming that means stowed? I don't know why it says slowed, but let's make sure we're not crashing, by the way. Okay, we're good. Bring that throttle all the way back to idle. And yeah, right over there is Area 51. We're going to turn to the left and then head final in there. Well, no, I'm not saying that there's not going to be enough people flying around just in the PlayStation side of things. It would just be nice having it to where everybody's in the same world, is what I'm talking about. Alright, DLW, thanks for stopping on by. Enjoy the match. Hey, I showed geography. Welcome, welcome. Can I get a lungo? What is a lungo? Is that a British snack? Or Australian snack, I should say? Can I do long-haul flights? Of course, you can do 12-plus hour flights if you want. You can go from New York City to Heathrow and all that good stuff. And the flights are real-time, because this is a one-to-one recreation of Earth. As they call it, the digital twin. Full flaps. Any overheating? Nope. Bandwidth too low. Okay. I doubt it, but thank you. Appreciate you letting me know, Sim. And then once we're on the ground, I'll showcase another one of my things I love about this Beluga. Is normal coffee just a fancy... Oh, I've never heard of that before. Very interesting. Getting all fancy up in here. Don't let Starbucks know about it, or else they'll probably add it to the menu. But nice. We're gonna go for the long runway, which is no longer used. Because we don't make anything cool like the SR-71 anymore. I guess it was also for space shuttle landings too, if they needed it. I could, maybe not. No, probably not. Never mind. Never mind, that's over in Edwards Air Force Base in California, not here. Oh, it says it on the display. Oh, look at that. We got all the fancy machines over here. God dang. Have I played 2024 on the Xbox Series X? Yes, I have. 1,500 hours worth, in fact, of PC and Xbox Series X. And obviously the PS5 Pro is performing better than Series X. You got the one that's under a year old compared to one that's about to turn 5. So, would definitely hope we'd be having some better performance out of this thing. It's pretty cool when super heavy cargo missions come in. You'll of course have those cargo missions to do, but they also have some spaceport related ones where you move around some space equipment, which will be pretty cool to see what that's like. Why cockpit? Outside is better. Because if I'm outside view, then somebody is going to comment saying, why isn't it in cockpit view? Because it's just all... There we go, now you can see the shadows as they're supposed to be since it's glitched out in external camera. And we're here at Area 51. Hang on, let me add this to my bug list for whenever they activate the PlayStation Forum side of things. Because we've got the Archer Midnight crashing things. Beluga shadows are incorrect in external view. Airbus Beluga. poor shadow quality in external camera. Got a couple things to write up on the forum already, which is good. I mean, it's nice that it's only a couple things that were really major issues so far after all this time we've spent. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and showcase my next favorite thing. Oh, not yet. Hang on. Can't show that off yet. Oh crap, I think I need to go here anyways. Let's load in an A350 fuselage. We're going to go and showcase camera so we can get the nice shadows here. Oh, I'm still in reverse here, hang on. Never listen to Heisenberg again. And it does, Fabian, no doubt. Yeah, it's a good way to test it, CJs. I hope they end up watching a few of these streams and all that type of stuff. Because, I mean, I feel like I give out good ideas and find some bugs and all that. But, I mean, I still always go to the forum anyways. Should almost be fully opened. I think we're good. Alright. Step 2. Check this out. Oh, it's funny, it still has the audio even though the door is open. They need to change that too. And I agree, FMJ. If you have a keyboard plugged in, you can have buttons to switch cameras, but not on a controller. this. For showcase camera, no, there's not a button to get to it. It's either external or internal camera. Now deliver those Airbus boxes to Boeing. I really want to fly the Dream. Oh, you know, oh crap, I can't check it out because it's not in here. Crap, I was about to say, I want to see if the artwork's fixed on it or not. Yeah, there's an exposure slider. It's the first thing in graphics. And of course, if you're in showcase camera, you can also, I mean, it's only for showcase camera for exposure, but you can change it while you're in the camera angle. You can go R1 square to brighten it up, or L1 square to darken it. I'm sure you can, I mean, you can bind any buttons. I never mess with that. I just keep my controller settings default. If you really wanted to have a showcase button, I'm sure you can have that. But I don't mess with that. Anyways, goodness gracious. Plus, it's not hard to open the menu and get showcase anyways, so if you want to do it, you can. I don't, so there we go. Anyways, let's go back to career. Exactly, Adam. Have the keyboard, and you can have 8 million keybinds for all of your preferred methods of camera switching. Let's see. We can just do an initial attack one. I'll miss the first drop so we can actually land and refill the air tractor. Because you don't need to, because this is why I don't really like doing these missions, because, oh, our second crash of the day. It happens in career mode, too. How's the joystick flying? Fantastic. I will be right back. Gonna get some water. I'm back. And with my return, I've brought Reese's Peanut Butter Cups because I was in the mood for them. Alright, let's try this again. But yeah, that's the second time we've crashed in career when moving through the menus. So I'm assuming it's kind of a random thing going on in the background there. Did my first flight almost crashed? Very nice, Mitch. Very nice. That works right here. Let's try this again. The call came from a firefighter on patrol. He spotted the fire starting a few minutes ago. But yeah, it's just... That's why I don't like these missions, because there's always one drop, you go back, and then it's over. Really want to see more variety from these mission types. That way it's not always the same thing. Like sometimes you'll need multiple drops for the initial one. Or with the extended attack, you have to do more with it. Still want to see some improvements to the CL-415. That fire truck was bouncing. It was very nice. I've registered for the Insider PS5 beta. Let's see if anything happens. Nice. Hopefully get in there, FMJ.
Attention all units. Outbreak near Pine Hill. Get ready, everyone.
It's all on you, team. Keep your eyes open and fly safe. Could be a challenge to contain this blaze alone. We only got a few minutes to work with here. Maximum 30, I would say. After that, the situation could get even worse, got it? Let's go. Don't leave until the blaze is out. You need to move.
Yeah, we did stuff with Miltech stuff in the beginning, and I haven't messed with it anymore.
Alpha traffic. Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra is taxiing to runway 27.
Because I didn't like the fact that you weren't able to use other aircraft, like the 747 for firefighting or anything like that. Like, it had to be that specific one they wanted you to. I mean, they were talking about how they were wanting something that was a lot more open and stuff like that, and it's just, I don't know. Wasn't impressed with it. I thought they fixed the logo. That's still an issue. God dang, man. That's crazy. Oh, man. Weird.
Alpha traffic. Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra. Taking off runway 27. South departure 71 Alpha.
Not on the PlayStation. I mean, I doubt they're going to be any different than the Xbox and PlayStation stuff, but we can always do it. Well, yeah, I mean, but that's the thing. Like, it shouldn't be, like, if you want the mission to last a little longer, it shouldn't be you having to just miss the drop and then you know, it's just weird. And it needs to be changed. They do look really nice, though. Oh goodness, this thing's still... I hate this plane. Because this is the same one that you can use for aerial spraying, and it's just... The AG truck is so much better. I already see the smoke right in front of us over there.
Coordinates of the fire front 31 north, 87 west. Aerial firefighting. You're on your own with ATGS. I'll be a challenge, but it will make it easier for the rest of the team.
I haven't touched fire missions in a long time, just because they're so... They get boring after a while.
After your first drop,
And then the CL-415 still needs work. Still underpowered.
get out of control.
So yeah, haven't really touched fire much.
You're all we've got. Over.
Because it's always the same thing and nothing changes, that's why it's just my least played mode in all of career. It was fun the first few times, and then after that, it's like, I'm good. Oh, it is turbulent out here. There's just been some water. Because the smoke isn't really moving too much, so not too crazy.
Aerial firefighting Beacon 5, we're in charge of coordinating today's attack on the active area. Thanks for your quick response.
We did
here.
Tokyo earlier. They don't have the world update there, so I bailed out.
Your tanks are full. You're good to drop your first load. Aerial firefighting. Okay, area is clear. Engage.
We'll just do the drop like we're supposed to.
I'll radio in the drop status as soon as the visibility gets better. Legendary drop team. You smashed those last planes. Fire's out. No hot spots and area secured thanks to your actions. Good. End of the mission aerial firefighting. Good work. Fly home safe.
And that's how the mission goes every single time. That's why it really needs that variety going on. Because, I mean, if it's just... Since it's just that the whole time, that's why I was just like, oh, okay. You do it a few times, it was cool the first time, I was like, oh, that was awesome. And then you realize, oh, it's the same thing, just in a different place. Every mission.
5 miles southwest.
It's like, well,
1000,
okay.
Inbound to land. Runway 2771 Alpha.
And yes, I mean, all that stuff we've been talking about forever. With special payout, or special mission payouts and all that. What made us so about Microsoft finally release Flight Simulator game? Well, I mean, they're pretty much bailing on exclusivity, so that's pretty much why. Gears of War on PlayStation. I'm sure Halo's going to be getting over there as well, so it's just... Because, I mean, you get bigger fires with the extended attack, but the CL-415 sucks, so that ruins those missions, because those are a lot more enjoyable. Again, still similar though, because it's always like a horseshoe shape of a fire. And that too, yeah, it's just, that's the big thing with career mode, is there needs to be a lot more freedom on how you want to complete the missions. Search and rescue needs to be where if you want to use a hoist, you can. If you don't need to use it, you don't have to. Firefighting needs to have a lot more variety going on. Search and rescue, again, not always one person to find. Could always be multiple people that you need to go back and forth with. Changes up the whole rhythm of it, and you know, it makes it a lot more exciting to dive into it. And then of course medevac missions need more money, need a better variety of length of missions, just all that type of stuff we've been talking about since day one that we still have not had anything change with, that hopefully we'll finally get to that point. We'll see. And I get that. I mean, I know there's the third-party stuff out there. I'm not doing that stuff anymore. I'm just sticking with the default stuff. Because obviously that stuff doesn't help console players out, since... I mean, I guess maybe that is in the marketplace. I know there's something in there, but again, I want the career experience to get to that level of the third-party stuff, or exceed that type of stuff, you know? There'll definitely not be a Flight Sim 2025 or 26. This still has years to go. Because the other reason I don't like doing the third-party stuff or those add-ons and stuff is just, I don't want them to be separate from what I'm, like, I just don't want to spend time in something else, and there's probably not really a progression in there. It's probably just set up a fire, go to it, take it out, and then that's it. You know, it's just, I don't want that type of experience either. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm sure it's cool, I'm sure there's, you know, that type of stuff, but yeah. That's why I'm just done doing any of that. Other stuff. Okay, no, don't want you going full power, please. Goodness gracious. I was just trying to get out of a reverse thrust there. The sim actually looks like it isn't better than the crap version. Oh, the crap that came out on the PlayStation is just random garbage. So, of course, this is going to look way better than that.
Alpha traffic. Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is taxiing to parking. 7-1 Alpha.
A fine run. Well done, pilot.
But yeah, so that's why I don't mess with the firefighting stuff. It's just not fun in the slightest. And now it's time for a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. places like Israel, Gaza, Iraq, and Afghanistan, it's just random AI-placed buildings. Those areas aren't going to have photogrammic imagery. You'll have the satellite imagery like anywhere else in the world. I can't get into my Reese's and it's annoying me. What's going on here? Why is this so difficult to open? Oh, there we go. I've entered the Reese's bag. Because some countries don't allow photogrammic imagery to be captured and stuff like that, so some countries will never get it. Like Turkey, for example, is always very negative on that type of stuff, so you'll probably never see a world update for Turkey. And there's other countries, for example, that are like that as well. Alright, see you later, Tootsie Box. And no doubt, Adam. Guess we'll head back to free flight here. And in case you're wondering why I'm not doing the other missions like cargo and stuff, they're just too long of flights. Sorry, Nate. But New Zealand had a world update, so it has photogrammic imagery and stuff. Let's see. Oh, somebody was asking about the Got Friends stuff, so. Go on the Draco here. Since that was brought up earlier. Snickers is the best chocolate ever. I don't know about that. What is this parking space? Oh, good. It's lunchtime anyway. Oh, perfect. I didn't even get in here yet. Well, I guess we're just gonna have to hope we can get out of here. Nope. Does this have reverse? Oh, it does. Excellent! That mountain's cool. Oh, I forgot something as well. No. No. Calm down. we go. Now I think we're good. Alright, let's fly around New Zealand in the Draco X. Got friends asking about Got Friends, just curious if our stuff... Oh, you're part of Got Friends, Scoots? Is that why? Well, that's the case. Welcome. Oh, shoot. Hang on. I'm in reverse still somehow. I didn't even hit anything. I'm pretty sure it's 60 FPS, but I could be wrong. I really don't. It's smooth for me. So it seems like it's 60. It doesn't seem like 30. Alright, I'm sorry. I had to finish another peanut butter cup. But that's awesome, Scoots. I'm glad you watched the beta updates and everything like that. That's awesome. But yeah, I mean, so far everything seems normal. I'm not seeing anything too crazy. The shadows are looking nice. Oh, this looks nice around here, actually. See, the devs are here, no doubt. But no, that's awesome. It's funny hearing that too now, because I had a comment on one of the beta update videos where somebody was like, why even make the videos? Everybody can just read the changelog and all that stuff. So it's like, because I like making it and people like watching it. Like, it's just so funny to me how people say that. It's like, oh, I mean, you don't have to watch it. I really enjoy making that stuff. It's a blast. And to know viewers like it and even developers watch it, I mean, that's just awesome. No, New Zealand is looking fantastic on the Pro. Oh, I said that and it was a little freeze there. Freeze was probably because of the terrain loading in. But yeah, so far everything Draco-wise is looking and running very nicely. Look at that view out the back. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Hang on. I need to trim this out a little bit. Hang on. I don't remember where the trim's at on this. It's been a little bit. Oh, it should be right here. There we go. Alright, hang on. Doing something weird there. Let me trim it out a little bit more. It might have pulled up just because of crash avoidance system. We'll see if it does it again. And Ian Scott, yes, this is the PS5 Pro that you're seeing this footage on. Oh, hang on. My dog is mad upstairs. He must need to go out. Hold up. Hold up. Oh, God. Hang on. Let me... Oh, shoot. Hold on. Emergency. Heading... altitude. I don't even know what we're at. Just do this. That's not going up. Hang on. Oh, that's why. Oh. Why can I not... Oh, hang on. That's why. Duh. Why are you not pulling up? What's happening here? Oh. Oh, it's not, I thought I turned it on because I... Oh. Oh, crap. Is there a button here? Okay, hang on. I need to pause this. Hold on. I'll be right back. I need to let the dog out. I'll just enjoy the floating Draco for a second. Okay, we're back. Whew. Now I need to figure out what's going on with this. I think there's probably a thing I need to toggle here. Oh. Let's see here. But apologies, everybody. We're back. I don't really think there is something here, by the way. Check out the mountain that we're about to fly right... Oh, look at the... Oh, this actually looks nice. So, yeah, why is this... What is happening here? There must be a switch somewhere. Let me see here. I need to catch up with chat as well. Rely on Cowtown video, straight to the point, no gimmicks, and not trying to sell me anything. No doubt about it. We're just here having fun, showcasing the sim, updating you on everything without all that extra stuff. Is trim still L1 left stick up and down? Or R1? Does not appear so. Looks like I just have regular control over the plane. Does New Zealand actually exist? I thought it was just the set they built for the Lord of the Rings. Oh, that's funny. Hey Catan, can you answer my question why I am not able to redeem the voucher code given by Microsoft to get the game beta? It says I can't because of the region. Yeah, I have no idea. The only thing I can think of is talking to support about that. And it does, Ian. We can do another bigger one here after we do a couple tests here. Oh, we went in reverse automatically. Well, if you did the survey and stuff like that, there's not a guarantee you'll get a code. It's just a chance at it. And Augie, how is the beta on PS5 Pro? It's been fantastic so far, and yes, they are better than the Series X. At least on the Pro side. I don't know what the base PS5 version is going to be like. I would imagine it would be kind of similar to what the Series X version is. Let me see, hang on, maybe. Oh, okay. It's R1 and right stick for trim. So trim is doing it just with the right stick in R1. The only real thing I know is pineapple doesn't belong on pizza. But as for, I mean, overall, I enjoy career mode. I'm just hoping more support's going to finally get to it now that the performance focus is done. Because there's a lot of things that can make it a great mode. I mean, once you start playing it, once it fully comes out on PlayStation, you're going to have a fun time for a while anyways. It'll kind of tide you over, and hopefully at that point, we're going to start getting some new stuff throughout that period anyways. And of course, Red Bull Air Races are planned for Sim Update 4's release, which I would assume is kind of correlating with PlayStation's release. So we'll have some of that new content to go through as well, which will be fun. Super pretty grass airfield, and November Zulu Golf Yankee. Oh, I've gone into reverse again. I want to make sure I'm on this right leg here. Oh, there it is. Well, here, before we do that, since we did a little bit of a test here, hold on. Because I don't think I have any other Got Friends one in the beta. Could be wrong, though. Because, yeah, the Savage Norden we don't have. Yeah, I think that's the only one in the beta. Because this is just standard, I believe, catalog going on. But alright, here, we'll pop back in it. I'll just spawn a little closer to it. Oh, by the way, I just saw us. Hang on. Look at that. There we are. That's funny. Alright, let's see here. My Italian girlfriend just shouted yes at my phone about pineapples on pizza. Nice. I do think not having crossplay with PC Xbox is a big disappointment, and I bought a few big planes on the Series X as well. I mean, yeah, that's definitely surprising, no doubt. Oh, I love the glacier there. But yeah, let me mess with the autopilot a little bit more here. Because it's on now from just spawning into the plane. Because I didn't miss an autopilot toggle, right? Because I wasn't seeing one. Yeah, see, now it toggles on. Look at this. Hang on, let's do some showcase here. But you're absolutely welcome, Scoots. Again, it's just awesome that, you know, developers are watching this stuff as well. Just always so cool. By the way, we should be... Look at that lighting, by the way. Sun poking through the mountains there. Ah, there it is. I see it. And yes, it does support mouse. Yep. And of course, I would assume keyboard as well. And yeah, pretty similar to it. Ian. Got that GTA player transfer. Oh, this looks so... I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. It's like I'm at a McDonald's. That's how much I'm loving this beta on the Pro here. Look at the reflections of the peaks in the water, too. And Sim Racer, yes, it is. I mean, I really wasn't expecting to enjoy it so much, because, you know, I'm so used to having my Thrustmaster HOTAS 1 on PC and Xbox. But it's been very nice flying with the PS5 controller. Look at that view outside the window here. It might not be a glacier, actually. I think it's just sand. I lied to everybody. I apologize. It just looked like a glacier from farther away, but I think it's just dirt and sand. It still looks cool regardless. What is that? Oh, it is just a weird line. Okay. By the way, let's go ahead and pull up here. Just wanted to make sure that wasn't a reflection or anything, and it wasn't. Oh, that's nice, too. This is a fun one to fly, though. Just the amount of power in this thing is insane. The white icons are AI traffic, and then the green ones are real players on the world map. Which, by the way, do I even have multiplayer on? What is it defaulted to? I didn't even look once. Oh yeah, it is all on. Okay. I just never have... I haven't seen anybody yet. I'll reload in. There we go. Dual barrel roll. I don't think this one's really made for that. I'm gonna be honest. But we'll try it. People want to see it. There you go. I hope you enjoyed the barrel roll. Oh, that looks really cool with the sun just right above the peak there. Let's watch it as it goes away. Nice. Look at that reflection. Woo! Once we land here, I'll go back into the settings and I'll kind of showcase everything. Because if I try to explain it, it'll just sound really weird. So I'll show it here when we're on the ground. IBON, up and down on the D-pad are your flaps, right on the D-pad are your gears. Left stick is just regular control over the entire aircraft. Right stick is your camera. Square is your brakes. R1 in square is your parking brakes. X is accelerate. Circle is decelerate. And that's kind of the basic rundown. Hopefully the tutorial helped. You were not kidding about this airport. That is awesome. I mean, it's just, I can't get over the performance we're getting out of this, the views we're getting. It's been awesome. By the way, you want to see how fast this thing takes off? Watch this. We're going to hold the brakes, go full power. And go full flaps too, just because. And off the ground within feet. That's what makes this thing such a blast to fly. It's just all that power in it and the lightweight construction of it. Just awesome. But anyways, let me showcase that. What we're talking about here. So, when you're in the world map here, you'll see up in the top right we have flight conditions. So you'll hit triangle, that'll bring you to the menu up there so you can actually, type in a departure, arrival, change your aircraft, change the time of day, and then we're going to go to flight conditions here. So, that's why I'm not seeing anybody. I'm set to group only. Let's turn that back on. So live weather and time is, as stated, it's going to give you live time. So if you're flying at night in your hometown, it'll be night in your hometown. And it's also pumping in real weather data. So if you have a thunderstorm over you, there's going to be a thunderstorm in the sim. Just like with hurricanes out in the Atlantic, if you want to fly into them, they'll be in the sim as well. Preset, you can set it to whatever you want, of course. If you want a certain month, certain day, certain year, certain time, or if you want a few clouds, thunderstorms, snow, you can have that all set up for you. And then custom is the same thing. Presets are just custom ones. Or just obviously it's preset. You know what I'm talking about. And then custom, you can just do whatever, change the wind, all that type of stuff. So that's that. Air traffic live. Live is getting real air traffic. So from Flight Radar 24, I believe is the service they use. Any airliner out there that's flying around, any general aviation planes that are on their maps are going to be put into the sim. So if you're watching a Southwest Airlines takeoff from an airport nearby, you'll see it take off in the sim as well. Now, is it always working 100% of the time? No. The AI is very weird still. There's still improvements coming to that. AI is just random stuff. It isn't pumping in data from Flight Radar. It's just the sim making random aircraft spawn and flying around the world. And then off, it gets rid of everything. Also, forgot to mention this, Live is also pumping in real boat data, so ships moving around the world, they'll also be moving around in the sim. Moving on to multiplayer, Live is anybody who's playing with live weather and time. If you want to see everybody, all players is the way to go, because it doesn't matter if you're changing the time or weather, you're still going to see everybody. So all players is a great way to go. I'll just leave it for live for now. And yeah, that's a quick rundown of flight conditions. And then, of course, if you're wanting to play with friends, you're going to want to make sure you're on the same servers. So for that, I still think that should be in flight conditions too. But anyways, you need to go to settings, online, and then scroll down here to multiplayer servers. So if your friend was on US East servers, you wouldn't see him in the sim. You'll both want to be on the same server. So we would join West US or Europe or whatever the other ones are, of course. There's West, North, Southeast Asia and all that. So that's one thing to keep in mind. You'll want to make sure you're on the same server or else you're not going to see your friend. And that's just a quick little rundown on that. Hopefully that makes sense. I wanted to kind of visually show it so it made even more sense. Alright, so next I want to... Oh, this looks really cool too. This is what makes flight sims so cool. It's the only game out there that's like, you want the full world, you're gonna get it. It isn't just a shrunk down version. Every airport is here, every helipad, every glider port. It's all here to fly around in a just living world. It's awesome. But anyways, somebody wanted to see an airliner, so let's do an airliner around New Zealand. Should we do... Well, let's do the A330. Do I have the 330? I do. We haven't flown that yet, so we'll dive into that. We'll pick an airport here in New Zealand. Let's go somewhere we haven't been yet. And of course, if you don't want the clouds, you can get rid of it by hitting square. You can see we're highlighted down in the bottom right of the screen. This is the information tab, so you can see all the different stuff that you're seeing and what the icons mean on the map. These are your layers, so if you want map view, you can change that. I'll zoom out so you can see what actually changed. You can do a blend, or you can just do satellite view, which I prefer. And then the last item is just filtering out other stuff. So if you don't want water runways or anything like that, you can get rid of it off the map. I always leave it all on. By the way, let's see. I've yet to see anybody since now we know the setting wasn't on. Let's see if we can find some people flying around really quick. Let's go to LA. That's San Francisco. I'm actually not seeing any icons for planes. Alright, well, never mind. We'll get to that later. Back to New Zealand we go. Because I'm very much enjoying our time in New Zealand. That doesn't look like an A330 airport. Because I don't want to go where we just were. Oh, here we go. Ah, that looks small too. There's gotta be a bigger airport up here somewhere. There we go, perfect. This'll do very nicely. Can you fly in Norway? Yes, we can. Oh, here, you know what? Somebody wanted to see Norway. We'll see. Oh, look at you, made me crash the game. Who did that? Master Duo. How dare you? Everything was fine. You said Norway, and everything fell apart. Alright, anyways, let me catch back up with chat. But yeah, typically what happens when we stream is... Because it's all just a living world. It's all just there. So when you're in the same server, you see each other. So we always do some community flights and stuff like that. And nice. Production's very nice. Glad you've been enjoying it as well. But yeah, I'll probably switch it to all players too. How is the A350 flying in the sim? No idea, because we don't have access to it anyways. Because the marketplace is not live. And can you check the Faroe Islands EKVG? No, sorry. Did you see the lady that was on the Southwest Airlines plane, and they made her get off for a medical condition? She was covered in sores from a surgery. I did not, Sean. That sounds thrilling. This game is an example of open world games, no doubt, Monorific. Why is it kind of laggy on my base PS5? Because it's a 5-year-old console. I mean, it's just going to be something that you're going to have to be dealing with. I mean, I'm not surprised. The experience will be pretty similar to what we've had on the Series S and Series X, just because, you know, same aged consoles and everything like that. You can see third-person view of character walking. Yeah, I think it's right-click on the stick and walk around. We'll check it out here. Oh, by the way, I think we're in that 0% loading language here. Hang on. Oh, what the heck is this? Get out of here. I don't want that. How often do you stream? I try to stream pretty much every day. By the way, see you later, Omar. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, man, we've been streaming for 3.5 hours again. God dang. Time's been flying by streaming this. But yeah, I mean, I typically stream every day. They're not normally this long. I don't like doing too long of streams unless it's something new like this. But they typically last around 2 hours. And then other times I have stuff pre-recorded because, like I said, I don't do long flights here. Because, again, that's boring for me. And it's boring for the viewer, especially doing airliner stuff at 40,000 feet. It's just like, what else do you do? So I like to save those types of things for pre-recorded content so it can be edited down. Very nice, CJs. That'll be a nice little trek through there. I mean, yeah, it'll definitely be an interesting test, OG. Apple Maps, please. I love Apple Maps. They're my favorite photogrammic imagery nowadays. No doubt about it, Monorific. Oh, see, look, we wanted to go to Norway, and now it's not loading properly. Hang on. I might need to do a little reinstallation here. Is there a way to... What does restore license mean? Can I just... I'm just going to uninstall. Hang on. This won't take too long. All because of Norway, folks. Everything has fallen apart. Oh, man. And that's true too, Duke. I mean, it really depends, especially on that older hardware. If you're doing airliner stuff in really heavy photogrammic imagery areas, it's going to take a toll on it. So, I mean, I would just try smaller planes in some less dense areas just to see if your experience gets better. Thanks, Norway. Look at that. We already have 8 hours. This is your total. I like how it shows it right there. I like the UI on the PlayStation. The music's really relaxing too on the dash. It's ready to play. Let's try this again and never fly to Norway. Oh man. The 747 is in the sim, yes. You can also rebuild the database, which is almost like reinstalling. Gotcha, okay. And if that did not help, and we're still stuck at 0% loading language, then the stream might be over. And we can all thank Norway for this happening. Sorry, it gives me time for another Reese's peanut butter cup. Did they ever get the PlayStation side of the forum up yet? Oh, yes, they did. Nice. Well, alright, the only thing else I can do is redo the thingy, whatever that's called. No, restore. Okay, here we go. Oh. Is that why I'm not getting in? Maybe that's why it's happening. They said it was supposed to be there. Please log in, or log out, log back in. Oh. Let me do that. Because then I can finally get some posts out. A little bit of water here. There is. If you have access to this forum, then you have been accepted in the beta. I didn't know. Sweet. Hang on, I have a whole list of it still. But the 747 basic should be in the standard. Is the Aviator Edition worth it? No. I do not believe it is worth it. But yeah, we're not getting back in, because obviously it doesn't take this long. Let me get my handy dandy list of planes and their editions. Yeah, standard edition, the Boeing 747 is in there. Yeah, but this is the first time that's ever happened. We've had plenty of reboots, and it wasn't doing any of this. Oh, there we go. No. Oh, that's probably not going to do it anyways. I think it has something to do with that going on. Alright, one more boot up. If it doesn't work, then that is the end of the stream. And it is, Adam. Yeah, it's the PlayStation trailer. It's just nice seeing something other than what we've seen for 10 months. I hope so, CJ. Yes. I agree with that. It's all good, Master Duo. I mean, we're already pretty lengthy on this stream anyways, so. No biggie. I guess that's the only thing we can do too. Just restart the PlayStation. Close that. Let's just see. In OG, you need to go to theflightsimulator.com and sign up for a chance to get into the beta. Performance has been pretty much excellent on the PS5 Pro for Flight Sim. Can't wait, haven't touched a Flight Sim since FSX. Nice. Very nice. Let's just try this once, see if anything's changed. Nope. Still maintenance going on. So we'll do one more load in. If it doesn't work, it's all good. We still got 3.5 hours worth of more PlayStation gameplay. Maybe it's something on the US side of servers for PlayStation going on at the moment. Oh, PlayStation emailed me saying, "You have great taste. Welcome to PS5 Pro." Well, thank you. And yep, Adam, I agree with you right there. I mean, everything else, I'm all about helicopters, GA, private jets and stuff. But airliners, we only do from time to time. They're the least enjoyable thing for me. I can't believe... How have I not flown the blimp yet? That is a disgrace. But yeah, folks, we're not going to have any luck getting back into the sim currently. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys have enjoyed. If you're a PC, Xbox player, and of course, if you're a new PlayStation player, happy to have you here. If you subscribed, I very much appreciate it. If you didn't, all good. Hopefully you still got some knowledge out of this and enjoy the time spending with us here. So again, thank you to Binky for 5 gifted memberships and FMJ for £9.99 super chat. Very much appreciate it. Appreciate everybody who came in to chat as well. It's so awesome having a lively chat going on. It's always a blast doing these live streams. So, with that being said, and why do I feel like the Aviator Edition just is full of planes that have been broke since release? Haven't really changed too much. A lot of them aren't really that fun to fly. So it's just, I haven't touched, because I bought pretty much all of them throughout 2020, because a lot of them were local legends or famous flyers. I haven't touched any of those planes since 2024 came out. So it's just, I just don't think it's worth the money. Again, it's up to you guys. I mean, if there's some planes that you're really, really wanting to fly from it, I hope you end up enjoying it. But just my personal opinion, it just isn't worth that extra money for the Aviator Edition. But alright. And Sam, I don't have any experience with the base PS5, but on the Pro, it's really good, so been really enjoying it. But alright, thanks for